Yes, we'll start with the form validation. I'm just taking one file, form valid recap.html. First, we'll use Bootstrap so that will be beautiful. We don't need to write much CSS. Or if you want to customize, we'll customize that so that you can see that now. We don't want to use Bootstrap. We'll customize, right? So that you learn customization. So first, I will take some input. Input. So first one, I want to give name, right? Input. You can tell along with me, not an HTML. Name equal to first name. Placeholder. Enter first name. It's okay. I can able to get it. First name. So I want to give label for that, right? For equal to first name. So we need to give as first name here. So that is fine. So we got one. So I want to get into next line. So this one also I want to get into next line because I want everything into next line. So for every input, I will give two line. Two line. Okay, one line break is enough. So now what I will do? Again, I will create one more thing, the same, which will be for last name, right? Last name. So I will give name as like this. So put last here, input type, enter last name. After that, what might we need, right? Email ID, right? Enter email ID. So this might be input type email, right? You already know. So that it might be email ID. We'll give the name, right? So that is completed. The next one will be full address, for example. So full address for full address. That I will give the name. So that we need to enter placeholder as enter full address. So this will be full address. Now it will be type equal to text. That is fine. The next one will be, so we'll do password, confirm password, right? Password, confirm password. Now I need to select, give the check boxes, which course you want to append. If you want to add one course or two courses, we'll do that. Let's see. So uh, here we have password, input type equal to password. Input type equal to password. So we'll give for password main as a name for label and enter password, will enter this. Again here we'll give input type equal to password and we'll give as password confirm, right? So we'll give the name, right? Enter confirm password. We'll give that particular thing, right? Enter confirm password. So now we got this. Now before that, we'll select this. Yeah, fine. Full address. Okay, okay, fine, fine. Label. Confirm password. Now that is completed. Here I want to give the option, like we can select the courses. Label. So select courses which you need. So this I don't want to break the line. Okay, I will break the line here, but the next options I will not break. Here I will give the label as full stack Python. So that I will give as input type equal to checkbox. I will give the same name as courses, right? Now again I will give label as full stack Java. So here I can give the same checkbox as courses as a name, right? We have this. So now finally we have this. Again, this form tag I will give as a name class. Class as sign up container. I will create this. I want to make it center of the page. Now tell me the center of the page code. I will write in the style tags. Now tell along with me. The easiest possible way also fine. Top 50%, left 50%. Position is relative. By default, it is static. Put relative. Then it's absolute because we are making it absolute so that we are making it center. Translate, transform, translate minus 50%. comma, why minus 50%, minus 50%? Sanjana, can you tell me why you are transforming minus 50% or minus 50%? Everyone knows this concept, right? We covered this. Why minus 50%, minus 50% for the center? Rana, can you tell me why minus 50% and minus 50% for translate so that we can center using this? Anyone? Mahendra, Nidhi. Hmm. No, it will not make center. Anyone? Sweta. Sweta. How translate minus 50% and minus 50% will do what it will do exactly? Tell me. You know, rotate, skew, translate, x-axis, y-axis. Means here I am doing translating x-axis and y-axis. Means you know that, right? Translate x, translate y, rotate x, rotate y. You already know that is in transitions, right? You already know that. Now tell me, translate minus 50% and minus 50%. Huh? So what is happening? Harsha will tell. Harsha, you tell me, Harsha. They can understand.
The form start from the 50%, so
Yeah.
it is not in the center of the page.
Center of the page. 1 second, huh? Server SQL. I will just open the image, right? Now by seeing this, tell me, you can understand, right? See, Brahmaya, Kana. So this is the center of the page, top 50%. This is left, 50% is the center of the page. If the division which is containing 200 width and 200 height, if it is starting from top 50 and left 50, it will be occurring like this. This is the right. Now you know from center it is having the width and height. Again, you know from center it is having the width and height. Now what I want to do, since it is having the full width from center, it might be coming like this from center. Now I want to make it 50% left again, 50% of it with height again. Then it might transform like this. You got it? So that is transforming x-axis 50% minus, moving back. Again transforming minus 50% top, means y-axis. So that is the reason behind that, nothing more than that. You got it? So that is the reason we need to apply translate transform importantly so that it will align center. You got it? You got it? అర్థమైంది కదా, ఇదే లాజిక్, దాని మించి ఇంకేం లేదు. సో నథింగ్ మోర్ దెన్ దట్, రానా, రైట్? సో దట్ ఈస్ ద లాజిక్. Now we'll just go live. Let's see. So since it's very odd, you already know what we need to give now. Padding, right? Padding 2 rem. Fine. After all, we need to change the font size to some medium, font family to sans serif. Let's see now. So we have this. Again, it's zoomed in, right? Again, what I want, it's very, congested. I want to give some space. Now I will make input customize, right? I will do input tags. Input tags, what I will do, give padding to input top, padding top and bottom. I will give 0.3 rem. Left and right, I will give 0.7 rem. That is fine. I will give color as 007 1 pt. Font weight 600. Again, so we need to give margin top, margin bottom for every input as 1 rem so that it will give something. So it is having something like this. Again, we'll give for label also, I can give the same color, padding, font weight. So this is also fine now. So for this label, font weight remove to 500, make it 500 and give what I want to give. Font size, I want to decrease the font size, right? This is not what we want. So like smaller, let's put smaller. It's very smaller. What I will do, small, I will just put medium then. Font weight is 600. That might be good, right? This might be somewhat good, right? So this might be somewhat good. Finally, the inputs, I don't like it at all. I want input to change basically. Will make outline as none, right? Border also none. I'll make background color as transparency of the same color, right? I'll make some border radius 6 pixel. See, it's somewhat good, right? So I want to make it. So, but here font weight, I should put 500 only, then that might be better, right? Again, I will give padding top and bottom 0.6. So that might be good now. See, this is somewhat good. I don't want this autocomplete. Remove autocomplete for all this. So how to remove this autocomplete off? So then it might not suggest. See, it is not suggesting. It is suggesting for this. Again, for last time also will make autocomplete. You already know this, right? See, it is not showing now. For this anyway. So now finally I want submit button also. But before that, again, I want H2 tag, which is for sign up form, right? Again, at the end, again, I want button type equal to submit, right? Give value for that as sign up. We are signing up, man. Sign up. Since it's a button, we can directly give like it is here also. Sign up. So we got sign up. Anyway, the sign up button is very odd. You already know. Just create something. Hmm? So give padding for this as 0.6 rem, 0.9 rem. Background color, tell me. So we'll use this because this is the primary color we are using. Color, we need to use white, right? Cursor, pointer. So now I will do on hover on the button. Hover. On hover on that. We'll make box shadow. The same box shadow, right? Where we have this. This we can use. Even we'll use box shadow and also we'll use transform scale 1.1, right? Here we'll make transition scale, transition property. Okay, transition scale 1 second. Just check this. Uh, transition property. We need to use transform, right? Uh, transition duration. Give 1 second. Okay, 1 second is fine. It's not 500 millisecond is fine. Transition timing function. Easy now. Let's give this. It's very 500 is also very high. So just give 100 milliseconds. See, it's somewhat good. Just 200. Give 200. It's somewhat good, right? Its scaling is 1.1. It's very high. Just give 0.001. Give 0.11. See, it's somewhat good now. So I don't want this border radius. I want to give 6 pixel, right? I will give width as some 300 pixel. Let's see. I don't want 300 pixel. Just give 100 pixel. That is fine. So this border also I don't want, right? None. We just made it something, right? This is somewhat good, right? It's good. For this, we are satisfied, right? So we can able to this sign up form also we need to do. Means this is H2, right? For H2 also we write something like color only we want mostly, right? This one is color is fine or we'll put gray. Since it's a name, we need to remove hash. You already know that. So is this fine? Okay, I think blue is only otherwise it is not highlighting, right? Just put the same. Give H1. So that might be better. So now we customized the form. Now we want to submit it. So it's submitting. But before submitting, we need to validate that form. So first, what we need to put, it's required or not. It's required. Everything is required right now. Email ID is required. Full address is required. Courses required, right? Password is required. Confirm password is required. Fine. So what is the min length of the first name? I want to give min length as at least 5 characters. Max length I want at least 30, not more than that. Again, the same for the last name also. Minimum 5 or minimum 3. Email ID. This should be also minimum 7, because at the rate of gmail.com will be at least 8, or at the rate of bytesplash.in at least will be like that, right? So just give minimum 10. Even if you put sca@gmail.com, that might be 10 9, right? So length you might be giving more than 50 also. Sometimes you'll have Bharat Kumar Reddy Pangina dot 1234@gmail.com. So it's very lengthy, right? Sometimes you'll have Ongolu Gangadhara, Ongolu Venkata Gangadhar Lakshmi Subhas Reddy, my brother-in-law. So it's very lengthy name. So sometimes will be like that, right? So just put here double quotes, otherwise it is showing red mark. You know that. So now full address also, its min length almost it's 10 characters. Even if you write pin code, it is 6 characters. You at least some 20 characters, right? 6 characters state, it almost covers, right? So just give max length as 100 characters. It might be having, or 200 also sometimes, right? So this is fine. Password min length is at least 8. Max length we can go up to 50 if you want. Here a password also min length. Confirm password also same 8. Max length 50. Now submit the form. We have on submit. Just give on submit. It should not open anything. Just we return validate form. So just call this function. This validation might return back. So that we'll put inside the script, right? Write function validate form. Now function calling will be there. This is the event listener, which is an attribute which is having an event listener as a value. Function call. We are calling the function. Finally, whenever we submitting the form, or even whenever we signing up or logging in, that from here itself it will call the server API call. So we'll store that into some container called variable. So if you want to sort that, we can sort it. If you want to loop that, how many occurrences it is having, we can use for loops. So this all we can do now. This also we can do in debugging. So just again remove it. So see, it's asking for fill out the field. Again, it is asking that. Again, if I enter something, again it's submitting, it is asking for 5 characters. Again, it's asking to fill out the field. Again, it's right. Along with that, I want to put the red messages. Again, with that, I want to put the red messages. So for this, just put window.alert will check whether this function is calling or not. It is called. It's not calling. If it is valid, then only it will call. Otherwise, it will not call, right? So now what we'll do, we'll put no validate. Then it might call, right? Otherwise, even submit will not invoke. You already know. Form tag will automatically invoke if it is valid only. Otherwise, it will not invoke at all. See, it's called. So what I need to do, since it's no validate, I need to validate externally. You got it? I need to validate externally. I put the here messages which are in red color. So we'll just include the message. For example, here below the input, we want something. Okay, on top of the input, we want something. So which is like span. I will write span. So what I will put here, I will put a class name here. Means first name required as a class. Fine. Again, I will put last name required here. Again, so we'll put last name. For this, we'll do DAM manipulation and add the message, right? Last name required. Again here, email ID required. Again here, full address required. Again here, please select course. Course required. Again here, password required. Again here, confirm password required. That is fine. So whenever I called it, I need to get all this by name. By name. If you want to give ID also, you can give. Instead of name, just to replace with ID. Anyway, for it is already attached. For so if you want to replace also, you can replace by name. Just search this, then replace my ID. Okay, all will replace. We'll go to 1 second. Okay, this is fine. We'll go to next. We'll also skip this. Skip this. Skip this. Here I will replace ID. This one I will skip. This one I will skip. This one I will replace. 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 This one. This one. That's it. Not more than that. Now we are replacing that. So this is how we can replace. If it is heavy file, if you are making mode code, we want to replace the same way. Fine. So now I will get first name. Let first name. It's a block scoped variable. It will be available within the this particular function only. After that, it will be arranged. It will be not hoisted. Right? We want to store it in the first name. Now tell element by ID. First name, right? Is this the same? Just copy and find it. If it is having occurrences more than one, it might be having that. So that ID is first ID, not first ID, first name. So this will replace here, okay? Fine, we got first name. We got first name. Since it's an ID, it's only one. Fine. Again, create last name equal to document dot get element by. Now tell me we are using DOM manipulations and getting the elements here. Even using DOM manipulation, we attach the inner HTML of the span. What is the error message? So last name, right? So just search it, whether it is the correct or not. See, it is the correct, right? The next one will be email ID. Just give ID as capital in camel case so that we can able to easily identify that. CSS classes will be all in lowercase always, right? Variables will be in camel case, right? Email ID. So we'll give that. Again, the next one. What is the next one? Full address, right? Full address, confirm password courses, right? We have full address. So this might be the same. So just check whether we have a full address. We have that. Email ID, we have full address. We have ID courses. Label for we are not using, it's fine. If you are using that, we can use it. It is courses, right? Since it's courses, we should not give ID because it is having more than one. Give class, right? We'll get by class, we'll get the two values, right? You right? So, email ID is fine. So we'll do get element by class name. Elements by class name will give courses. We'll give courses again. So what is the next one? Password, full address, confirm password, right? Password, just give the name. Okay, password main. ID is password main, right? So just give the password main. The next one will be password confirm. Copy the same. We'll give the same name. Remove this. These are the variables. We already got the values. Now we'll just each and everything. We'll just check each and everything. If first name dot length less than or less than 5, what I need to print? So I need to get the element first. First I will get the element. Let error first name element equal to document dot get element by class name. So what is that span for to print here? First name required is the class name. So we'll get by class name. Since it's class name, we need to put 0. So yes. So gets element by class name. So now we need to enter error first name dot text content also we can give text content equal to, so name first name should be at least 5 characters. We should not use technical way greater than if condition. We can use the normal English way. It should be at least 5 characters so that we can understand. If I write technically, it is greater than 5. It's like technically you are speaking. Programmatically, we should not speak while displaying the messages. You got it right. That is the developer and the consumer. User, how it will read, at least 5 characters we need. Developer, how it will read, it should be greater than 5 digits. So that is the difference. User perspective, you need to write the friendly messages. Developer perspective, we can understand. You got it? So that is also important thing while developing the code and writing the English words in HTML things. Else if first name not first name equal to empty or first name equal to undefined, whatever it may be, right? Or we can put this in else if. Else if we'll put this in if condition, right? Just format document. Then we'll enter this the same. First name is required. If we already entered less than 5, we'll get put this. Finally, what I need to do? So all this one, right? I need to put danger class so that will be red color. I can give the class for that, right? I will put danger. Again, I will add one more class. Danger, 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 danger. So for this danger, it's a class. I will add font weight 600, font size extra small, color, it's not blood red, it's my shirt color. Exactly. This will be good, right? So now the next one, just copy paste the same. So input last name, right? Last name required. Error, last name. Are you fine? Are you able to understand? Okay, we are getting okay. So this is last name, right? We need to give. So we need to check last name equal to this one, last name equal to this one, last name dot length less than 5. So we'll give for error last name the same. Again copy paste the same. This is last name only. Yes, it is having only one. It is having only one. Because last name required is the only one class. First name is also only one class. Since we are getting by class name, we are putting 0 because if you are getting by class name means it will return as an array of objects. That array of objects means you are accessing the index 1th element, right? You already know that. So while debugging, you can easily understand I will debug each and everything. So that is our main tool. Debugging is the main tool, right? You already know that. We already discussed the same. So next one is address, right? Email ID required. This one, right? I will just get it by this. This email ID required. You got it? D is fine. So error email. So now we'll just put that email. You need to do the same after the session, right? You know that. So now we'll just put uh, email ID is required. Here also we'll put last name as required. Now email, okay, here also we can give less than 10 characters and here email ID, right? Email ID will give and will make some pattern here. So what we'll do here? So let pattern. Here we have regular expressions basically. That is to match the pattern. For example, email ID should be having some characters @gmail.com. How to mention that? We need to mention first two braces. For this, we need to give cap. For this, we need to give, I think this one, backslash. We need to put in double quotes basically. This might be this one. This might be this one. So here, how it will allow small a to small z. Also capital A to capital Z. 0 to 9 dot underscore I want. Again, I need to add plus. It is having @. Again, after @, it will allow all this. Small a to small z. Capital A to capital Z. 0 to 9 dot we can use. Right? Again, we need to add plus. Let me remember that. So that is regular expression. I will give you that example. So small a to small z plus @98. So again, we need to add some plus here. After plus, we have dot. We have dot, right? For this dot, in order to mention that dot, we need to add slash. Again here, we will have again like Gmail means we have at gmail.com, we have com.in.uk, right? So again, it is allowing small a to small z, capital A to capital Z. Only those, not numbers. @gmail.com.in. This is the thing. .com.in. Again, how much characters it should be? It should be from 2 to 10. It might be 10 also. Means .com is the highest one. .org. It might be 4 only. 2 to 4 only, right? So since we are in .in, so it always starts with 2 because we are in India, right? Then this is the regular expression we need to give. Again, we need to test it. So and patron.test. Patron.test of email ID. So, okay, it should be greater than 10, right? You already know what is the minimum length of that email? 10 only, minimum length. Greater than or equal to 10, right? It's fine. We no need to print anything. We'll put not for all the condition. Means if it is not valid and if it is not greater than 10, then we'll put this message. You got it? This is true condition. That true condition might fail if you put not condition. Then only it will ask, not or under logical operators. So this is how we can do the patterns. These regular expressions also I will give some material. So if you want some characters, that characters should be restricted to some limit 2 to 4. You can put like this. Again, inside that, if you want to allow special characters, plus, minus, this and all, you can put that. Otherwise, it will not allow. So that is the regular expression. So now the next one is full address, right? Let full address error equal to document.getElement by ID, full address required, where it is, Pasha, right, this one. Yes, we have full address required. Again, we'll just copy paste the first name, last name, and append that, right? So this is full address. We'll just copy that. Full address should be length less than 20. Yeah, we given 20. If it is less than 20, here we'll make it as full address required, right? Fine. So this is fine. The next one, courses, let courses error. Document get element by class name courses. We need to accept two courses. We need to loop it. Here we are looping. Here we are looping. We are looping and check the two elements, whether it is having the value at least one. We'll count that. Will the count at least we are having one? Then we need validate or not. We'll tell you. Right? You got it. So here we'll loop it. So how I will loop, I will tell you the syntax. So basically we'll loop for let I equal to 0 because array index starts with 0. What is the length of it? It's 2 only, you already know. So we'll loop till less than 2 only because 0 and 1 will become 2 indexes. And again we'll increment. First time it starts with 0. It will execute the condition, whatever inside that. Again it will increment. Then it will become 1. Again it will check the condition, 1 less than 2. Second time also it will execute. Again third time it will become 2. 2 less than 2 will fail, comes out. So this is initialization, this is condition, and this is increment. You got it right? So here we'll check courses error of 0 dot. Finally, what I need to do here, we are getting this, right? We are getting this, but this one, since we are getting get element by ID, that we need to get the value of that. So for all this, we need to put value again. First name, replace first name dot value with first name dot value. Here also I need to put first name dot because we are getting the input element. Input will have value, right? So that I need to put. Otherwise, it will not able to access. If you forgot that, anyway in debugging we can find that. Here also last name dot value because that is an element, right? We need to put dot value. Email ID also dot value. Email ID also dot value. Here also email ID also dot value. Here also email ID also dot value. Here also full address dot value. Because input will have value that we are getting. Here also we'll use dot value. Dot value. So we'll get that. Let value equal to this one. Again we test both the conditions, right? Inside this only. Format document. So just since we already read the value, you can directly give the value, right? I think we no need to do. So what we'll do, we will create a count of it. Let count, count equal to 0. If at the end of the loop, if it is still 0, then we need to require the course. Otherwise, we are not. So if value equal to empty or value equal to undefined, right? That should be not. If it is not, then we'll include count plus plus, right? If it is not having empty means it is having value, then we increase count. But at the end of the for loop, if count equal to 0, then we need to attach the error, right? Otherwise, we no need to do that. అర్థమైంది అందరికి? So we're just looping that and adding the count plus plus if it is having value means not of empty, not of undefined. అంతే కదా? So now course error dot text context or inner HTML for block level elements also. Inner HTML, if it is block level element also we can do. So now text content at select at least one course is completed. Again, what is the next one? Password. This password main, password confirm. Just copy this. We don't need to move every time to top. Password confirm. Again, just copy this. Confirm password required. Password required. Confirm password required and password required. These are the two last one. These are two combinations, right? Now just copy the same full address and just modify the same, right? So now password main error, right? So this one is password required is the class for that. Class or ID? Is it ID? Okay, fine. It is ID. So we'll just get element by ID. Since it's only one element. Elements means plural. It will get this more than one. You already know that will become as array object. So now we have password main dot value. password main dot value, password main dot value. So we'll say password is required. Password should be at least 8 characters, at least, right? Okay, next one. We can mention here if it is not having uppercase, lowercase also, we can make it by ASCII value, right? We can make, you will convert, how to convert ASCII value. For example, we have let C equal to this one, right? We can get the let ASCII equal to C dot char code at of 0. So character code means ASCII value. You got it right? So we'll get like this. So that you can check. If it is in between 60, if it is uppercase means if it is in between 65 to some 90 something. If it is lowercase, it is from 97 to 120, 122 or something, right? So that is how we'll make password main error, password confirm error. Ante kada. Password confirm password required. What is the name of password confirm? Plain JavaScript में ये बहुत code है, ఎక్కువ code ఉంటది. Angular లో we are not writing this much code. Only simple 2 lines में finish करेगा. 2 lines లో అయిపోద్ది completed. But in JavaScript you need to do this much. That is why this older frameworks is replaced by older JavaScript is replaced by Angular or React. We'll be writing with 2 lines. Because it is having its own forms, template driven forms and reactive forms in Angular. The same way in React also we might be doing less code, right? So this all I no need to do. I just need to put required and form. That's it. It will automatically check the valid or not. So this all I can develop within 5 minutes when I'm using Angular. So that's much, framework it is giving that much, boilerplate code we call. Whatever the code it's giving already, that will call as boilerplate code. Got it? Can we check now? Huh? Okay, we'll debug it. 150 line में क्या? हाँ, okay. 161 ना? Here, password main error. Here కదా? అంతే కదా? ఓకేలే. Problem లేదు. Definitely it will get errors because we are just copy pasted many times, right? So error last name, full address. We'll just check everything once. Email ID. Error email, right? I just need to check this one. Error last name. ఎందుకంటే you are seeing that you can able to easily understand. I just want to go through at least once. Is this fine? So now finally, if at least one of its, you know, okay, I will let is valid equal to, first of all I will put true. If any one of this is satisfied, means any one of this is invalid, I will put is valid as false. Finally, I will return is valid, right? So then if it is error, then definitely I will put is valid is false. Everywhere I will put, wherever condition satisfies, I will put is valid because it's not valid, right? Even at least one of the conditions satisfied, validation might be working. So I'll make that Boolean value. Because I need to store it somewhere so that I can return into the UI, right? You already know that why I'm returning. So that UI will also get it, whether it is valid or not. Finally, I will return is valid. In which line it is having a red line? Here. क्या करता है रे Pasha? Okay, what we do, it's submitting. So what we do, we'll remove on submit and we'll do on click of this button. Okay, we'll do on click, right? On click event, on click equal to this one. On submit we are using an olden PHP way, so it will target to another page or something. It will reload. So now let's see. It is happening something, right? So just put type equal to button. Otherwise, it is submitting. Just remove that question mark. So we are getting this, right? Okay, it's getting side by side. Okay, we'll put. So what we do? After that, we'll put span, right? A line break for the span. Huh? We cannot use placeholder. Placeholder is an attribute that we cannot use it. Or what we need to do, we need to get this and we need to set that particular attribute, set attribute. We can use that way. Passholder is required. But how I need to do, for example, I will do one thing for placeholder. How I can replace placeholder with array value, right? We can give that. We can also give that, but it's long process. Let's check. Yes, span. So Vishnu's doubt is I need to replace the placeholder. You got it? So first I will do replace for first name. Here what I will do, we have this, right? First name dot set attribute. Placeholder. This name. This we can do. Again, we need to add first name dot class list. Class list dot add of danger. You got it? Then this might become red color. Whenever it is valid, we need to remove that, right? So first what I will do, whenever I'm getting that, I will remove class list dot remove of danger. Whenever it is invalid, then I will add class list dot danger. You got it? Whenever I'm querying that, I will remove the danger. Whenever it is invalid, then only I will add danger. It's getting right. Since it is that, we can modify the tags with placeholder also. We can modify that with placeholder also. If you want placeholder, you can make it. Mostly, most of the website will do this one only because you might confuse if it is placeholder, you might not able to observe it. You got it right. But as a technically speaking, we can know placeholder we are getting. But customer can't able to get why it is happening. If everything is put in placeholder, they cannot see this highlighted context. Then he might confuse. That is why we are not replacing placeholder. That is the inner challenging thing for user to understand that. See, it is happening. These are not reading properly. We need to check now, right? So now just do and inspect it. Now we will debug. There are getting errors. Cannot read the set text context. Just to see what text content, which line it is. 223. Password main error. We are getting by element by ID. We should not get it by ID. Is it ID? Password main? Just check. Is this class right? Password required, confirm password required. Here we are getting by ID, get by element class name of 0. Here also we need to get by class name. You got it? Again, confirm password required. We need to get by class name. Now these two might work. Courses is not working. So this is not working. We need to check why. We need to do debug again. So first I will do what is happened. Two 10 now. I just okay. 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 Someone observed that? No. See, we got this now. Courses is not getting. Now just replace the put cursor here. It is courses error. It might come here. Just dock it up so that we will get the big screen. Now just see. Mahesh, you can see the debugging. You can see the debugging. Next to debugging. Next, this is the next. If I play, it might go wash away. If I just go next, it will execute line by line by line by line. You can see the call stack here. From where it is called, on click, it is called this. We are inside this, in this line, right? We'll see the call stack. You know call stack also. You know global scope and local scope. Local scope for this function. See how many variables you created. These are local scope. That is washed away whenever this function is executed and come at the end of that, right? End of the life. So now, so it's just check the condition. So now courses error of 0 dot courses, right? So, okay, just access this. Course errors of 0 dot value. One second. Okay, of 0. So, okay, what we do, we just check one and let's see. Just full stack Java. Again, we'll get it. Courses of 0 dot checked. Checked true. We need to check the dot checked. So, courses of 1 is checked or not. Dot checked. It's false. So, we need to use dot checked, right? If you forgot, you need to remember it based on practice. Checked. So, if value equal to false or value equal to undefined, then not of that means true, right? You will get now. Just again refresh it, again go it. So now let's see. First one, what value will get? False. Both will be false, right? Second one is also false. If both is false, then count will be incremented. Yes, count is not incremented. If both any one of is true, then count will be incremented, right? So now let's go. Is course is not setting properly. Just again debug it because course error we cannot able to find it. First iteration completed. Next iteration is also completed. Now count equal to 0. Courses error. Is this courses error? Okay. So this is wrong. So we're getting these courses, right? Not courses. Courses error we need to get. Where it is that? So this is course required, right? So we're adding that. So that is fine. So that is how you'll get, uh, where it is, wrong. So where you are written wrong, you will get that. So that is the debug is very important. So every problem you can be solving easily in company also, even whenever you debug more things. Hey, yes. Is it ID? Class only. Fine. So then you might able to get that, right?
Yes.
Huh? Index of 0 because it will get as an array of things. Just refresh it again because page is refreshed, right? We are checking courses error. We should not check the courses error. So we should check this one, right? Courses. We should not, because previously we are getting here also the same. That's why it's not an error. So here we check courses of 0. You got it? Because there we are getting, actually previously here also we are getting the same element. That's why it's not able to, getting error. So now it's getting error because of that. Fine. See, please select at least one course. You got it right? If it is, then only we'll call the API. Otherwise, we'll not call it. So finally, what I will do, I will submit it. I'll submit into the server. So if not of, if is valid, if it is true, then I will store everything into local storage. Local storage dot set item of. You can practice this. Set item of first name. Give that first name value. The same way you can store each and everything. That might be there in the local storage. I will store only first name because that you need to write. You need to practice that. Continue. You need to continue that. So first I want to put Sampath. Bhargav. We just replace it, because we replace it with placeholder. That is why it's a red color. Bhargav at gmail.com. Full address. Kadirnenpalli, Andhra Pradesh. Chinamasnura. Okay. Chinamasnura, Andhra Pradesh. Tell me your GF name. I will put the same password. Okay. So now, if it is valid, again I want to remove each and every span. You got it? If it is valid, I need to remove each and everything. For example, password error, error dot text content equal to empty, right? The same way I need to remove each and everything. Never. See, if I enter something, confirm password error dot text content equal to empty. Just debug the same. We need to remove each and everything again. So we'll come here and submit it. Hey, why it's not coming? Just inspect again. It might be unattached. It is getting error. Test is not a function. Okay, where it is? Huh? New tag expression of email at the rate of gmail.com. Password. This value is false. So which one is false? Okay, we are not entered this one. This value is false again. Okay, again, if nothing is satisfied, where we are making it false, just check here. Okay, just put here and go step by step. Again, submit. Here it is true. So just go one by one. So here it is true. Again, last name. Last name also we have some value. It is also true. Here is also is valid is true. Email. Maybe email is uh, greater than length, greater than or equal to 10. Okay. We need to put here. Maybe pattern is not working. Put pattern aside for some time. Uh, just so apart from pattern, just check whether is something is any happening. Full address. That is also fine. Okay, full address is length 20. Okay, this also we need to give. Apart from this, courses also we are not getting anything. This is true. Means we selected at least one course, right? So this is also fine. Password main. This is also fine. Okay, we are giving length less than 8. We need to give less than 8. This is one error. Again, here also we given 20. So what we need to set it at again. Here for password, we need to put 8 only because we want only 8 characters. Again, here we need to, sorry, 8. 8. Here also we'll give 8. Huh? Again, here full name, just give 10 characters. Full address less than get. This is fine. Now just check. So because I want to remove the validation messages also. So now just enter something. This is also something. Again, email ID at we have autocomplete. Let's fill some autocomplete email. Bargo. Full address. Now just check this. So his value is true. Now I am removing this password confirm error. You see, this is removed, right? So now, finally, if it is true, then we'll call the server call. See, I'm just setting local storage, right? So go to application tab now. Go to local storage. We have first name. It since it's a HTML object, we can directly give like this. We need to give dot value, right? You already know that. Otherwise, it will store as HTML element, which is an object in JavaScript, right? So this is how you need to do. You got it? You need to do that and continue. Can I share this file or you will build on your own? Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks for attending. So now tell me if you want